Thank you for attending the Week of Kindness. Coming up next is another powerful, impactful, amazing speaker. Get your notepad out, get your pen. Let's get ready. And my name is Dr. Lisa Brewer, and I have Heart of Inspiration and Lightworker Academy and Magic Touch branding. But the most important thing to me is what all of those groups are here to do, what all of those companies are here to do. And our purpose, our whole purpose, is simply to raise the vibrational set point of humanity and to help humanity heal in holistic, authentic, loving manners. Spirituality at its core right now is in, right? It's a big deal. A lot of us are talking about, going back and finding our ancestral roots. Some of us are getting deeper into maybe the religions that we grew up with, but we're changing them to relationships. The just don't do it just because I said don't do it is not working anymore. It is all about connecting with your own heart and discovering who you are and what your purpose is. For some of us, right? For some of us, it is also, I think for most of us, it should be, it is also, we are taking stock of what we've been taught to believe, what we've experienced so that it now becomes a belief, and understanding that we have the opportunity to create and or recreate our entire world. That we are spiritual beings, energetic beings, having a human experience. If you call God God, if you call God Mother, Father, God, or Spirit, or the universe, or love, or creator, or source, it is all coming from the same place, which is the frequency of love. It is the frequency of creation, the frequency of life. Hate does not create, right? Hate does not create. It's love that creates. It's love that makes things better, that makes things well. Hate tears things down. It destroys. Hate, anger, but you know what is stronger than even hate and anger and rage? Guilt and shame. So the guilt and the shame that so many of and fear that so much of humanity has been experiencing. Of course, it's been elevated over the last 2 years, but it's always been there. It's just accelerated and elevated over the last few years. And during my time as a Christian, non-denominational, charismatic, the whole speaking in tongues thing, right? So don't be afraid of me. I'm okay. The whole speaking in tongues, laying on of hands, I was the person that would come to your congregation and pick you out of a crowd and what we used to say, read your mail. I had never met you before a day in my life, but I knew everything about you, right? Because I heard, because I am connected to source, to God, to the universe, to that which has created all of us and everything. And we are all interconnected. And so when a group of us gets into fear, gets into doubt, gets into guilt, gets into shame, when some of us are full of rage, it affects the collective. Now I'm going somewhere with this, guys. Believe me, I really am. The business of spirituality then has come about because the average person has learned, guys, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to take this virtual background off for just a second. Just a second, guys. Okay, can I do this just for a second? Because I'm seeing myself and I'm like, okay, wait, I got to take it off for just a second. The average person now is understanding their inner standing, right? that there's something more than what they've maybe been given every Sunday in church or every Saturday in synagogue or at the mosque. They're realizing there's something more than all the do's and the don'ts, all the you better be good otherwise, all of that. They're realizing that there's a true relationship to be had with the collective and to the energy that has then therefore created them. They're also realizing that they have much more accountability and responsibility for their entire life. That's your health, your wealth, your happiness. No one else can make you happy but you. It is not my responsibility to make you happy. It is not your spouse's responsibility. It's not your children's. It's not your parents' responsibility. It is yours and yours alone. You are the only one that can choose happiness. You are the only one that can choose life. You are the only one that can choose love. You are the only one that can choose to create rather than destroy your very existence in this incarnation. You are the only one that can choose to live out your purpose. So I'm speaking to a lot of you today because whether you're watching me live right now or you see me a week from now or 3 weeks from now or maybe 300 days from now, I don't know when you're going to see me, because hopefully you're going to sign up for that VIP ticket so you can come back and listen and re-listen and to everyone that's speaking over the next 4 days. But I don't know when you're going to hear me. But I can assure you that if you're hearing me, you probably have felt that you have a purpose, and maybe you're already beginning to walk in that purpose. But what a lot of people will tell us, those of us who have a heart for humanity, in some way we want to impact the world, whatever way that is. For some of us, like me, that might be being a teacher, a mentor, a coach, a healer. Some call me a shaman, some call me an astrologer. I just love. I am just an energetic being that loves to love and has compassion for self and humanity. And I want to see everyone thriving and not barely surviving. And so you're probably hearing me right now and you're like, yup, that's me. Yep, that's me. But you've been told, and we've been taught throughout history, that if we step into spiritual work, first of all, some of us have been taught we shouldn't charge. And I'll say spiritual, but I also mean heart-centered healing, right? You could be a life coach. You could be being even a career coach, any type of counselor. I have worked with nurses, nurse practitioners, doctors, licensed counselors, other licensed clinicians, teachers, and they've all singers, Grammy Award-winning singers. And they've all come to me and said, Lisa, there's something more. I want to add a holistic aspect to what I do. I want to tap into the heart of my fellow man and woman, my fellow being, my fellow human, and I want to tap into them and help them become whole, because throughout their entire existence, there has been trauma. There has been people telling them they can't because of a myriad of things. It could be your gender. It could be your sexuality. It could be the color of your skin. It could be because you were born on that side of the tracks and not this side. It could be because you don't have a college degree. It could be because, well, your mama and your daddy and your grandmama and your granddaddy didn't do anything. So I don't know why in the world you think you should. You could have suffered trauma at the hands of another as a child. There's all these people out here, and let me tell you something, all of that shows up in every area of people's lives. So you know that you have a purpose to help. You have a purpose to assist. You have a purpose to impact and motivate. But you've probably been told that you shouldn't charge. You probably feel guilty because, ooh, what if they can't afford it? And then even when you get past that point and you're like, you know what? I don't, and in the words of Sadhguru, have to be poor to be pious. Shocking. You don't, newsflash, you don't have to be poor to be pious. Okay? You don't have to be poor to be on purpose. It is incumbent upon you to give permission to your purpose to provide for your person. I'll say that again. It is incumbent upon you to give permission to your purpose to provide for your person. No one else, just you. But you might not even be sure how to give permission and how to set up the proper structure for your purpose to provide for your person. That might be just like, what? Hello? What do you mean? See, a lot of you out there have a heart for humanity, but you don't have a mind for business. Pardon me, I'm really sorry. Like, I'm sorry, not sorry, actually. I'm going to tell you the real deal here. You have a heart for humanity, but you do not have a mind for business. Some of you. It doesn't mean you can't. You just have to be taught. Okay? Don't get offended. And then some of you started on this entrepreneurial journey, but you've hit a wall, you're stuck. You're not getting as many clients and you're not getting this, but you're just kind of stuck and stagnant. And you're not quite sure which way to go. For some of you, though, also, you don't want to use social media, but then you probably wouldn't be on here. But, maybe, I don't know. Or you don't want to use it for that purpose, or you use it minimally because it's really nasty out there. I know it is. I'm there every day. And some of you just have no clue, like, how do I even put the proper messaging out? How do I even know that, is anybody really, like, do they care about what I have to say? Does it matter? So, but then on the flip side, I'm going to be real honest with you guys. I know you see it because I see it too. We see some of the bigger names, and I'm not going to name no names. We see bigger name people, and they're out here enrolling into packages that cost a certain amount of money, and we feel some type of way about it. Because this is the thing, spirituality, self-help, coaching, all of that kind of personal development, like really tapping into the spirit side of everything. Hundreds of millions of dollars in business every year. And it's growing. It'll be a multi-billion-dollar business at some point. Hundreds of millions of dollars every year. I'm not here to talk about anybody, right? I'm not counting anybody's pockets. I'm not doing anything. But that tells me that we need to be sure that we have practitioners, coaches, healers, mentors, teachers that are not only authentic and integral and have caring hearts, but that are willing to get to the cutting edge and do the next new thing. There's some of you out there that's listening to me right now, and the difference between you living paycheck to paycheck and you living the life that you wish to live and that you deserve to live and that you incarnated here to live. The difference between that two is you finally taking a step of faith and believing in yourself and branching out and walking and beginning to walk in your purpose. I don't care, do it as a side hustle. I did that for 3 years. Now, 2 years ago, it'll be 2 years, February 12th, 2023. But 2 years ago, February 12th, 2021, I left that was the last official day on my corporate job. 2 years ago, I'm about to celebrate my second anniversary of being a full-time entrepreneur, healer, coach, mentor, and teacher. I haven't looked back. And I was making good money. I was making over 6 figures. In a corporate job that really wasn't that bad, but it wasn't my purpose. The difference between you living paycheck to paycheck or the difference between you being unfulfilled in your life and wanting more all the time and the life that you came here to live is you beginning to walk in your purpose. The issue that I'm seeing is we need more of us that aren't on like television and I mean, I'll be on television, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like aren't on these huge stages and have these huge platforms and whatnot. We need more of us that are boots on the ground, so to speak, and really close to our tribes. There's 8 billion people on this planet. I guarantee you, if we had 8 million healers, that still wouldn't be enough. If we had 8 million authentic, inspired, impactful, transformational, spirit-based and heart-centered entrepreneurs and business people, that's still a drop in the bucket. That's still not even anywhere close to what's necessary, but I'd love that. So we need you. The business of spirituality is about getting about your business. I have a podcast I launched. I did a soft launch last year. We're going to do a hard launch and like really launch it this year. And it's called Lightworker, Mind Your Business. Now it's not like mind your business because you're all in mine. It's mind your business. Figure out what's your offer. What is your message? What's your brand look like? Do you know that you have a brand? Khalil Sullivan, thank you. Hello. It says heart-centered and soul-aligned. Thank you. Hey, all is well. How you guys doing? How you doing? Thank you guys for being here. There is a business to this, and I'll tell you why. It's not because it's so 3D and you just should avoid it. No. What it is we are using third-dimensional tools in the matrix to accomplish fifth-dimensional purposes. So what you're doing is you're sending like subliminals out in the manner of energy, in the manner of your coloring, the colors, right? Your color scheme, your brand, your fonts. What are you saying on your social media posts? How often are you posting? Are you always posting book a reading with me or book a coaching session or a Reiki session with me? Or are you adding value to the collective? You should be adding more value to the collective than you are, come do this with me. Because then when I say come do this, now I have the right, if you will. I've spent enough. I've put some energy into you. And so now we're going to balance the scales. By the same token, I see too many heart-centered, impactful, transformational coaches, healers, teachers, mentors that all they do is just do. All they do is all they do is value and high dimensional and high vibe, and they never open their mouth up and say, I'm here for you. This is my tribe. This is who I'm here to work with. Let's talk and see if it makes sense. I'm having a workshop. No, it's not free because it wasn't free for me to turn on my internet, my electricity, buy my computer, get my camera. None of that was free. So no, the workshop isn't free. But it's a reasonable amount, and you will get a amazing integral transformation. This is the business of spirituality. It's not dirty, it's not nasty. It is simply balancing your scales. So many of you are burning out. You're burning out, and you're burning out because you are giving too much and you are not getting a proper energy exchange back. And I don't care what you're doing. You don't even have to be doing anything in my sphere of influence. I don't care if you're a business coach, a career coach, a weight loss coach. I don't care who you are. If you're always giving and you never get a reciprocation back, you are out of balance. And as Mother Iyanla would say, you're out of order. You will burn out. And then you'll wonder why it didn't work. I don't care if you're selling oils, crystals. I don't care what you're doing. If you're an author, if you're a speaker, doesn't matter to me. If you're giving out and you're not getting a reciprocal back, you're going to burn out. That's the business of spirituality. Everything, the scales must be balanced. As above, so below. As within, so without. There's duality. There's balance that's necessary. There's karma and there's dharma. There's a balance that's necessary. You shall reap what you sow. But if you sow a seed with no expectation and you do not tend to that seed in the proper way, it will grow to a point, but its growth will be stunted and you will not receive a harvest. The goal is association until ascension. I would say so. Hey, Lisa. Oh, honey, you're making me cry because you're touching my soul and spirit deeply right now. I'm also Lisa, which is another sign. Blessings to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to have too much more time because we are bringing more. We're going to try to catch up here. So but I'll be back. Don't worry. This is what I want you all to understand. There's a lot that I do and there's a lot that I'm going to be doing. But I want to leave you with something first. I want to talk to you about something first because I want you to get something from this if you get nothing else. To all my altruistic or highly ascended high vibe beings that are like, I could never charge any more than $100. I couldn't even charge $50. To all of you that are saying, there's no way anybody should be charging thousands of dollars for a multi-week transformational program. That's crazy. I could never do that. I'm going to say this to you. The reason why we have to get about the business and be practical about it, have multiple levels of streams of income so that there's the folks that can't afford anything, they'll still get value from what we put out. But then there's a $7, a $17, a $27, a 47, a 97, a 197, a 597, whatever the case is. There's a graduated scale of entry, and there's a graduated scale of transformation, and there's a graduated scale of reciprocal energy back, because the energy that we are receiving back, unless we start the barter system, is in the form of money or Bitcoin, if you don't prefer the fiat kind. It is in the form of precious metals, but it's going to be something that can be spent. Because the truth of the matter is, you cannot eat physically vibrations. Can I say that again? You cannot physically consume to refresh your body vibrations. Do I go on fast? Absolutely, I do. Mm-hmm. Matter of fact, I do intermittent fasting all the time. And then sometimes I do full day fast, yes. But there does come a point where my physical body needs to eat. You still have to buy seeds, or you have to buy something to get the seed out and hope that it's not genetically altered, that you can actually plant it. But you understand what I'm saying? So the energy exchange that we get back is in the form of something we can spend to get what we need to do what we do. There's nothing wrong with it. Just make sure that you're not out here charging thousands of dollars and your people aren't getting any transformation. So I'm going to leave you with a couple thoughts. And then we're going to talk about the free things we're doing. Be very clear on who you are and who you serve. Very clear on who you are and who you serve. Be very clear about the transformation that you know you were brought here to create, to assist in giving, helping. Be very clear that you are no one's savior. You are not a martyr. You are not a savior. You are an assistant. You're an assistant in the healing process. And be very clear about your financial freedom and goals. Okay? Be clear about those things. Now, for those of you who I've never talked to before, I want to meet more of you. And so what I have put together, and I'm about to put it in the chat. Hopefully it works. I'm about to put this in the chat. Now listen, I'm heading out of town. I'm actually heading out of the country soon, like end of this week. So what I'm going to do, starting on February the 7th, I am going to give you guys 30 minutes. Okay? 30 minutes, a 30-minute free consultation. What are we going to talk about during this consultation? We're going to talk about your business. We're going to talk about your business. Yeah, that's right. Every aspect of it. So if you started a business, I want to chat with you. Okay? If you're just starting, if that business is already started and now you're looking to scale and grow, what does that mean? that you're looking to go from maybe you're only making a few $100 or $1,000 a month in your business. It's still a side hustle. You want to turn that into something more. You want to grow to 5, 6, multiple 6 figures in your business. Come talk to me. Grow to 7 figure. Come talk to me. Those are the people that I definitely, for sure, because what needs to happen is we need to make sure that we are developing the economy, the spiritual economy, that will be able to sustain us while we go out and assist others. So 30 minutes with me. I'm going to copy this, add that banner. There we go. 30 minutes with me. Here you go. I'm not taking anybody, though, until February the 7th. This runs for 4 days, guys. Now, if you really, 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 really need to talk to me beforehand, and you're willing to talk late at night or on a Thursday, Sarisa, can you drop my email address in the chat, please? You can email me at admin@heartofinspiration.net and put, I need to talk to you. Okay, we're going to review everything. We're going to review your energy, your business's energy, your branding. We're going to review everything. Your message, your offer. It's going to be rapid fire. Relentless, 30 minutes. And I will give you, I'm telling you, one of my superpowers is to listen to you, to feel your energy, and give you your niche and give you your space at the table. We have to conduct business, the business of spirituality, in a different way. We each have our own unique gifts and talents. Each of us do. Our own unique gifts and talents. And we need to be utilizing them. Some of you all have grown up utilizing specific, healing modalities, or you've learned about them, but you feel like there's something more. That's because we're the new thing. We're the new breed. It's not going to be the same status quo as what has always been. There's so many variations of Dr. Usui's original, revelation of Reiki, of which I'm a master teacher. So many, right? I've had one that's been sitting here and I just haven't launched it yet. It's based in that, but that really was, people looked at that only as Reiki is only for physical healing. Honey, when I have a Reiki session with somebody, it is a whole energetic experience, and we're not in the same room. We are moving at the speed of spirit. We are taking quantum leaps. We are truly the next generation, the next iteration, the next evolutionary, if you will, jump in spiritual and energetic and heart-centered practitioners, providers, counselors, coaches, healers, teachers, mentors. And it's about time we stepped into that. But you got to be practical. You have to lay a strong foundation. You have to have a vision, and you have to have a clear purpose. So let me help you get clarity. Get clarity. This is email. Hang on, I'm putting it in the chat, guys. Here we go. All right, listen, I have a few minutes. Now, I may put together a VIP package too. I'm going to take some of the things that I've taught, and we're going to bundle it together for you. Okay, we're going to bundle it together for you. So I want you to go and I want you to be sure that you go on and you upgrade to VIP. Hang on one second, loves. We're going to upgrade to VIP. I'm going to drop that link. Just give me just a second. This is a self-produced. Tomorrow, guys, we'll have everybody here that I need to help me. Here's the upgrade to VIP. Now, anybody that's watching us here on YouTube, that's the VIP upgrade. But I need you to go to weekofkindness.com and register first, and then it'll take you through. So for $97, you're going to get my talk. You're going to get everybody else's talk that's coming on. We got 60 some odd speakers. It is insane how many speakers we ended up with in January. Okay. But I want you to go register there. So at the very least, you get access to all the free gifts and resources. All right. I'm going to do something that we haven't done yet today. I don't know who's all in the bushes, but I'm going to take a couple questions. Okay. Join the panel. We're not going to have a long time for the panel. So guys, this is not one of my normal lives. We're going to be here for 3, 4, 5 hours. We have to do that later. I can't do that right now. I got other things going on. So we're going to have somebody coming up in just a few minutes. So I will take 1 or 2 questions. You can hit that link. If you hit that link, I got folks in the background. He just popped in, so I don't know if he wants to ask a question. Anybody have any questions about this? This has been a fabulous time. I want you guys to take your purpose seriously. Any of you guys that have been told so many times, all that stuff, all that mumbo jumbo energy stuff, you can't make any money at it. That's a big story. That is a big story. It should provide for your person because that's the purpose, the reason you came here. All right, guys, listen, I have had a fabulous time. Where can we meet you in person? Am I speaking live anywhere? Wow. I'm trying to get outside. I haven't actually, you know what? If you're on the East Coast, Tony Kaufman and I are having VIP days live in person. So from the February 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. So stay tuned. Maybe I'll arrange for a meet and greet while I'm out there. But if you're on the East Coast, come on out. Come on out. You guys, this has been absolutely amazing. So, wow. I hope you enjoyed that just as much as I did. Thank you so much for all of that great information. Hey, we're not done yet. So just relax. We're going to continue on with our next speaker in just a few moments.